Hello YouTube friends. Today I bring you a video on a topic that I had chosen not to address here on the channel, even though I saw that all the other channels in this niche were covering it, because I didn't feel comfortable talking about it since it involves more than one person, more than one version, but the topic has been dragging on, and we see that this situation has greatly affected the emotions of those involved, especially actress Han So-hee, who has been receiving harsh criticism. Her actions show that the situation has affected her, and she has suffered greatly from this whole story. I'm sure you've been following the case and know what I'm talking about. And just recently, now on March 29th over in Korea, she decided to speak out and poured her heart out in a lengthy post she shared on her Instagram about this entire situation involving her boyfriend, and his ex-girlfriend. However, she deleted this post shortly after posting it and apologized for being hasty, but the text had already circulated on the internet. In it, Han So-hee was very firm in her words, which is not very common in these types of texts from Korean celebrities, where they usually bow their heads and simply apologize. But she addressed everything that was bothering her and also once again denied suspicions that her relationship with actor Ryujunyeol was a transit love, which was one of the points she emphasized the most, or that it might have started while Ryujunyeol hadn't properly ended his relationship with Hyeri. She also talked about the hypocrisy of people who, on one hand, want her to stay quiet and not say anything, but on the other hand, demand some kind of explanation. This leaves her in a deadlock situation where she's unsure of what to do. Additionally, she explained her entire version in detail, and I understood her intention, and I thought it was nice of her to try to explain these details because it shows her concern for her audience and respect for the audience of the others involved, but I confess that upon seeing this, I became somewhat apprehensive that unfortunately her statement might harm her in some way because she had already explained herself multiple times. We saw that she had also posted other explanations, asserting her version of events, and perhaps most people in her position would do the same, which is to try to clarify and put an end to the matter. But we know that on the internet, it doesn't always work out that way. There are many things where the more you speak and try to explain yourself, the more the problem tends to grow and turn against you. I hope that's not the case because it's a complicated situation, where she's under extreme pressure, with many people accusing her of things she claims aren't true, so she wants to defend herself in some way, and for people to finally understand her side and put an end to this story, which is totally understandable. Having said that, I'm now going to record in audio the text that was published by Han So-hee, where she vents her feelings. She starts by saying the following: "Any more of these groundless speculations and it will really wear me out. I am where I am today because I was chasing after my happiness. In those days when I was meeting people here and there, it was so easy to waste one another's time being too concerned about face value or image value, and before I knew it, I had reached an age that I could no longer call young. I had reached the age of 30, and while I was searching for my path, I met this person. More specifically, we met exactly in November of 2023 at a photo exhibit. It was our first encounter. The comments falsely claiming that we had known each other before then, I will simply ignore them. Never had I met this person in any public or private occasions before that encounter, nor did we have any overlapping acquaintances in the middle. The bear was purchased in 2021 through KakaoTalk gifts. Unlike the immature relationships I had in the past, outer appearances was far from everything, and seeing how those risky sides of me that always tried to do things however I wanted were kept in check, I felt healthier in both mind and body, and as is only natural when it comes to men and women, I felt that this was a relationship that I needed in my life. What is important to say here is that I had absolutely no intention of approaching this person with the thought to disrespect the time that he spent with his former lover. It's the truth that they broke up last year. It's absolutely true that they bid farewell to each other for the last time while wishing the other person good health and happiness. I do not mean to reveal such details in their private relationship for any other reasons than to prove that it was not a transit love. Although I cannot speak directly on the matter of why Sunbeam wrote in her apology post that she had promised to meet him in November, I do know that the purpose of this meeting was not to rekindle their relationship. If this statement is false, I am fine with any public rebuttals, and I would be honored if Sunbeam could contact me herself, as I have tried to get in contact with her in any way that I can think of, only to fail. I am also frustrated about the fact that one person involved in this matter is maintaining silence. I say this only because it only makes sense that people may misunderstand that when I say that it is not a transit relationship, they may still interpret it as me denying the speculations out of anger. That is why I stress that what I have written today is based on facts from the companies of both sides, with none of my personal emotions involved. I am also writing this because there are people I must protect, and I no longer wish to see a situation where the fans who have been cheering for me and the president of my company and our company's staff suffering damages because of me, since I am not a fool and I know that this is not about delivering words while standing only on one side. In the end, what I am trying to say is that they were long broken up, But the news reports of their breakup did not go public until November. This is fact, no matter what insiders from that company or my company say otherwise. I just don't understand why people have to doubt the news articles which reported factual information, but then they also accept other news articles that speculate on the likelihood of a transit relationship as reasonable facts. When you look at the malicious comments, the majority of them are private site accounts, which is also a laughable matter. Please criticize when you have exact evidence. Furthermore, seeing people curse at me and commenting on matters entirely unrelated to the issue at hand, such as slandering my family, my upbringing, my appearance, and others, I am processing much about the ways of things these days. I have already apologized. Since I cannot contact her, I am not sure if she has seen my apology, but I hope that she will not worry. I also offer my apologies to fans of Sunbeam for my careless actions. Even after time has passed, I will always be the kind of person who apologizes for my mistakes. What I do not understand is what was so funny about her ex-lover getting a new girlfriend. Why did she make a text message which was not meant to rekindle their relationship sound like it contained feelings of regret, and with it, attach this title of a transit relationship to a normal relationship that occurred 4 months after their breakup? I do not want to be pitted. I am not writing this expecting an apology for all of the speculations and malicious comments that came about as a result of that single phrase either. I am simply curious. I also want to know why people wish to attack me so viciously, giving me no choice in the matter of whether to wear a friendship ring or not, whether to smile or not smile for the reporters and cameramen who waited for me at the airport in the cold. Why do you hate me? Once I make this post, I am certain that people will only call me a criminal feigning innocence, that I am being inconsiderate toward the staff at my company who are suffering anxiously because of me, and that they are tired of me so I should just stop. I know this for a fact. Sometimes they say to explain, and sometimes they say to just stay put, so I don't know what these people want from me. But I'm writing this post after deciding that I can no longer sit and watch in silence. I have a profession where I am fed and my livelihood is dependent on the love and the faith of the public. Once again, I would like to take this opportunity to apologize for my immature and imperfect response to the recent incident. However, I can assure you that this was not a transit relationship, that word that I do not wish to even mention. I say that not because I am delusional, but because it is a fact. So if there is something I still have not apologized for, then please specify what that is. A few moments after she had poured her heart out completely, and expressed everything that was bothering her, she deleted it and wrote the following: "I'm sorry. My personality can be somewhat impulsive. As I mentioned earlier, you can tell from her words that her emotions are deeply affected. As a fan of her work, I hope everything resolves well, that her life returns to normalcy soon, and without any damage to her career. We know of her talent as an actress, and I believe that's what should matter most to the public at this moment." And that's it, folks, I'll leave it at that, but I'll see you in the next videos.